Hi, I'm Carol Andrews for another episode of Southwest TV News. Here are some of the stories coming up on today's show. Throughout July and August, volunteer judges have been making their way across Canada, evaluating the competing entries in the National Communities in Bloom competition. On this particular August day, the judging committee made a stopover in the town of Maple Creek. Saskatchewan is known for its passion for football, and Rough Rider fans recently donned their team jerseys and made their way over to the Lyric Theatre in downtown Swift Current. The Sunday evening tailgate party was not leading up to the big game on the screen, but instead the one-woman show, RiderGirl. Downtown Swift Current is the place to be every Saturday as crowds gather for Market Square. The corner of Central and Champlain is transformed into a shopping mecca, featuring fresh local produce, crafts, and on-stage entertainment. Thanks for joining us here today. Maple Creek is one of hundreds of communities competing in the National Communities in Bloom contest, and our Southwest TV News crew was there the day the judges came to town. Throughout July and August, volunteer judges have been making their way across Canada, evaluating the competing entries in the National Communities in Bloom competition. On this particular August day, the judging committee made a stopover in the town of Maple Creek. The judges were escorted throughout the community on a horse-drawn wagon tour, where they were able to view various aspects of the town, from residential to the downtown core, where the national guests were then treated to a tour of the various shops and other sites. Lucy Chang is one of two national judges who stopped in Maple Creek and gives her initial impression of the town.
On my arrival, I was impressed with the green canopy. I think for a prairie town, green spaces and trees are always so valuable.
Each community is judged on a range of criteria, from overall tidiness, environmental practices, to heritage conservation. However, there's more at stake than just spectacular floral entries. It's community spirit that will catch the judge's eye.
Is the community behind this? Is everyone in the community involved in some way, shape, or form? And volunteerism is really important for the judges to see. And really a program like Communities in Bloom doesn't work unless you've got buy-in from your businesses, from your municipality, from your nonprofit organizations, as well as your citizens at large. And we've been really quite fortunate here in Maple Creek. The annual soiree that we hold in January of each year usually results in 70 people coming out. Pretty much all of them sign on as volunteers and make commitments to do good works around the community to make the place look good, and it would be a place that people want to live.
The town of Maple Creek won the Provincial Communities in Bloom contest 2 years ago, spurring an entry at the national level. And if Maple Creek wins its category this year, it will then move on to the international contest.
And that's equivalent to the tidy towns of Ireland, Britain in Bloom, America in Bloom. And I think they have the equivalent in France, in Japan, in Singapore, in Asia. So when you get to the international level, that's who you'll be competing with.
The 2013 Communities in Bloom contest winners will be announced at the National Awards Ceremony in Ottawa, October 23rd through the 26th. Southwest TV News is hitting the road with our annual Summer Around the Southwest tour, covering a variety of exciting events across the region. The Southwest TV News Summer Around the Southwest tour is proudly brought to you by Innovation Credit Union. Imagine the possibilities. Another exciting season of Market Square returns to downtown Swift Current, featuring live entertainment, fresh garden produce, crafts, and other unique vendors. Market Square, every Saturday at the corner of Central and Champlain. Presented by Standard Motors, in partnership with Innovation Credit Union and Southwest TV News. One woman's love of the Saskatchewan Roughriders is taking her across the country with a one-act play, and she recently made a stopover in Swift Current. Saskatchewan is known for its passion for football, and Rough Rider fans recently donned their team jerseys and made their way over to the Lyric Theatre in downtown Swift Current. The Sunday evening tailgate party was not leading up to the big game on the screen, but instead the one-woman show, RiderGirl. A show which drew in local football fans and those from across the country.
Well, absolutely. I mean, two things you got to love, the Lyric Theatre and the Riders. Put them together, what do you got?
Hey, now what brought you all the way out to the Rider Nation?
We want to see RiderGirl. Terry told us about it, so we checked it out online. And we actually came a little bit to see Paul McCartney, too.
This lighthearted and colorful show is written and performed by Colleen Sutton, an Ottawa-based teacher and actress who was born in Carlisle and raised in Rosetown. The screenplay was derived from her own transformation into a Saskatchewan Roughrider fan at the age of 16 when she joined the pep band.
I knew I wanted to write about the Riders when I started to write because I'm terribly passionate about it and people don't get it. And I thought, well, I always want to see something I'm curious about, so I thought it would be good. And then I was at that 09 Grey Cup and was just surrounded by drama. And between that and actually witnessing my own reaction on camera and seeing myself cheering at a game, which was, I've never seen that side of myself. I just thought, this is really interesting because I don't know how I became that person. So maybe that's the story, is how did Rider fandom happen to me? And why does it mean so much? And how is it I am where I am today because of the Riders?
RiderGirl premiered in 2012 at the Winnipeg Fringe Festival and has now grown to a long list of performances this summer across the prairies, culminating in Regina prior to the Grey Cup. And from the positive feedback from the crowd, Sutton indicates RiderGirl will likely have a sequel down the road.
There's so much that didn't make this first one that I'd still like to get out there. And I've had a number of people actually come up to me at the end of the show and say, you have to write more. We want to know what happens. So I think, yeah, there's a sequel brewing in my head here. There's a few scenes, certainly. I just haven't written down yet, but they're there.
An on-stage show which is building rider pride across the nation.
Go Riders!
A full schedule of upcoming RiderGirl appearances can be found online. W.W. Smith Insurance has reached a milestone as it celebrates its centennial. Having served Southwest Saskatchewan for the past 100 years, W.W. Smith Insurance is your motor license issuer, while specializing in all of your personal and commercial needs, including home, auto, agro, business, and life insurance. W.W. Smith Insurance, independently owned and operated since 1913.
Our company helps tell your story and provides you with a solution on how to market your business. Because making a great video is only half the equation. You have to know how to use it.
We have done a major.
Saturdays have now been bookmarked as the day to meet new and old friends in downtown Swift Current. In this feature, we take a closer look at Market Square. This Southwest TV News Summer Around the Southwest feature is proudly brought to you by Innovation Credit Union. Imagine the possibilities. Downtown Swift Current is the place to be every Saturday as crowds gather for Market Square. The corner of Central and Champlain is transformed into a shopping mecca, featuring fresh local produce, crafts, and onstage entertainment. Each Saturday offers something for all ages, from shopping to courtesy rides through Memorial Park on the Kin train. An overall gathering place for the community, which brings together an array of groups and vendors.
This is the first year we've actually joined them with the Market Square. It's lots of fun.
It's sure grown. It's so exciting, and people are still coming for the first time, and I think, wow, this is amazing. I can't believe I've never been here before.
And every Saturday, you'll be greeted by Market Square Maggie, who's ready to welcome you with a smile, hand out goodies to the kids, and help you with any questions you may have about the city. something she looks forward to each week.
Oh, it's talking to everybody. It's seeing all the kids. It's the music. The music we have here every week is fantastic. And I've gotten to know all the vendors, and so I get to visit with everybody. It's just a great time. And tourists. You wouldn't believe the tourists we have in this city coming to visit.
On this particular Saturday, some unique individuals stood out in the crowd with the theme of planes, trains, and spaceships. Fans of all ages came out in costume and lined up to have a photo taken with their favorite sci-fi character, with proceeds going towards Southwest Crisis Services.
We've got two different groups here. One is the 501st Legion, and the other one is the Mandalorian Mercs costume crew. We've also got several others joining us just to fill out our numbers too. We do all sorts of stuff during the summer, but generally we do appearances for different children's charities, and it's just to help raise money for the different things.
A well-rounded event which has grown over the past 3 years, becoming a summer tradition in the heart of downtown Swift Current.
Well, it's exciting to see the community come together. I really see this as a community gathering place. You never know who you might see downtown Swift Current on a Saturday now. The vendors and entertainers are just coming through for us in so many ways. We get phone calls. Certainly in our first year, we were out literally pounding the pavement looking for people to come and join us, but now we're getting phone calls into City Hall, which is fabulous.
Market Square is awaiting you every Saturday in downtown Swift Current, now through September 28th at the corner of Central and Chaplin. Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at mylocaltv.ca. And be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.